Our national parks need your help. Now, more than ever, our national parks are facing crises such as deforestation, lack of visitation, and of funding. So for my speech today, I'm here in beautiful Cades Cove National Park within the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee to explain to you why you should step up, step in, and make a difference. First, our national parks help protect wild animals and wild places. Secondly, they're a great place to learn about history. And third, they're a wonderful spot to make new family memories. First, our national parks help protect wild animals. The animals in Cades Cove National Park are protected from hunting and poaching by federal law. There you can find over 500 species of animal in the park, such as the Tennessee black bear. While black bears can be found throughout the state of Tennessee, they are special here in Cades Cove National Park because a lot of them were nuisance bears, meaning they were running around towns and cities, getting into garbage and doing other behaviors that would end up in their destruction. These bears have been given a new lease on life here at Cades Cove National Park, where they're free to live out their natural life instead of being put to sleep. Bears are not the only animal you'll find here in Cades Cove. You can find deer, elk, and even some snakes. Not only do our national parks help protect our animals, national parks also help protect our water resources, such as the creek I'm standing in. This creek is one of 100 found throughout the park, and they all connect inside at a place called Abrams Falls. Not only is Abrams Waterfall big, beautiful, and awe-inspiring, it's practical too. Abrams Falls has a large amount of water that flows through it every single year and continues down the mountain to the cities below. Because Abrams Falls is protected, meaning that you can't dump or litter inside the water, it provides a clean drinking source to those citizens below. Not only is the water protected, the rocks you see in the stream are as well, meaning you can't take them home. These rocks provide a natural filter for debris, animals, and waste that may enter the water naturally. Because of these protected filters, there's a limited need for processing of the water in the cities, saving them thousands of dollars. In addition to protecting our wild animals and wild places, Cades Cove is a great place to learn about history. Yesterday, as a family, we took a tour of the historical Loop Road, stopping at the church you see in the picture. This is Cades Cove First Baptist Church, and it was founded in 1838. On our tour, we were able to learn a lot about how settlers lived, such as that the church population was only about 40 people, which compared to the mega churches of today doesn't seem like a lot. But when you take into consideration the fact that Cades Cove only had a population of 150, it was safe to say religion was important. We also learned about some structural history as well. If you look at the foundation closely, you can see that they stacked large river rocks on top of each other. This was designed to help airflow as there was no air conditioning. In addition to the Baptist Church, throughout the Loop there are 14 different homes that you can visit and learn about how people lived in the early 1800s. For example, we stopped at Joshua's cabin. Joshua's cabin was 2-story, which was rare and meant that the family most likely had money. We were able to visit the corn crib, which is how people stored corn. We were able to visit the barn and see how they kept their animals safe from predators. And we were also able to visit all of their pastures and fences and learn how they kept their animals corralled, because they didn't have barbed wire like we do today. Not only is Cades Cove a great place to learn about history, it's a fun and practical way to make new family memories. With COVID-19 and the global pandemic, many families such as ours struggled, and the idea of a family vacation seemed out of reach. However, when we started doing research, we realized most national parks such as Cades Cove offer camping for only $25 a night, which compared to $300 a night in the town of Gatlinburg was super cheap and affordable, something that we could easily do. Not only is camping and visiting parks practical, a lot of times a simple drive-through is free. Free is the best thing that you can do for your family because it gives you money to allot for other activities throughout the park, such as snacks and picnicking. You can also build great family memories, such as the one I have of this mill here. I was 5 years old the first time I came to Cades Cove National Park with my grandma, and she took me to this mill. It was wintertime, and I remember her explaining to me how they used the mill to grind corn for feed and to make paper later on. It was interesting to see how we've progressed in our 200 years, but I don't remember a lot of the facts she gave me. What I do remember is the fun and excitement of seeing the icicles hanging from the turnstile, and even picking one that we got to eat because the water is so clean. My grandma and I laughed and talked, and I'm here today because I miss her so much. And in conclusion, we should protect our national parks because they help save wild animals and wild places, because they're a great place to learn about history and a wonderful spot to make family memories, just like I did with my grandma. As the original forest ranger once said, our national parks are truly our national treasure.